I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing, but there's something going on in the world today, and that is that more and more people are looking for jobs with nonprofits or businesses that are making a social impact. They want to make sure that wherever they're spending 40 or more hours per week is somewhere working for the betterment of the world, which is awesome. The question is, where do you find nonprofit jobs or jobs with socially responsible businesses? In this video, I'm going to share 12 places where you can start your search for a job with a business or organization making a social impact. Welcome back. My name is Amber Melanie Smith. I'm a nonprofit founder, social entrepreneur, and social impact YouTuber here to help people who want to change the world with all the tools and knowledge and resources needed to do just that. Please check out my other videos. I have so many videos on topics like how to start a nonprofit or social enterprise, how to build up a socially responsible business, and more. So check out some of my playlists in my channel. I've also got a great newsletter for changemakers. You can find the link to subscribe to that below this video. Go ahead and check that out. And if you're trying to start a nonprofit or build a sustainable fundraising plan for a nonprofit, I have some educational courses on my website, foundertofulltime.com. All right, let's get into these 12 places you can do a job search with an organization that's making an impact. For each of these, I'm going to just explain a little bit about what the site is, and then I'm going to give you a little snapshot of the site. I will leave all of the URLs for these sites in the description below this video too, if you're intrigued enough to go take a look. All right, number one has been around for quite a while. It's Idealist, idealist.org. This is a widely used resource for people who are looking for jobs, internships, volunteer opportunities with nonprofit organizations around the world. It also has some great resources for job hunters who are, presumably like you if you're watching this video, interested in jobs that make a social impact. Okay, number two is BMeaningful.com, and that's the letter B, meaningful.com. This is a site that showcases what they call impact jobs across the sectors. And I say across the sectors because sometimes I think that people just assume that if you want to make a difference in the world, nonprofits are the only way you can go. And we're seeing that that's not true. There are ways to make an impact across all sectors. So BeMeaningful.com showcases these jobs across B corporations, nonprofits, government, and more. And they especially focus on social and environmental impact. Some of the roles you might see on there are related to things like impact investing, sustainability, or even corporate responsibility. Number three is your local center for nonprofits, especially in the United States. So centers for nonprofits are networks of nonprofits that cover usually a state. So each state in the United States presumably has a center for nonprofits, like, New York Center for Nonprofits or California Center for Nonprofits. They might all be called something different, but each state probably has one. You can find where each state's is located and find their website on the National Councils of Nonprofits website, or you can just do a simple Google search for Center for Nonprofits plus your state name, and most of them are going to have a jobs board where nonprofits specifically are posting their jobs across different types of roles, from fundraising to executive director roles and more. So let's just take a look at one as an example. This is the Center for Nonprofits in Colorado. You can see how they have the jobs listed here, and this is probably similar to what you would expect most Center for Nonprofits jobs boards to look like. All right, number four is Devex. That's Devex.com. This is a website that focuses largely on international development and global health jobs. So regardless of where you are in the world, if you're looking for a role that would have global reach or global impact, this could be a site where you would find jobs that would allow you to make such an impact. Number five is a brand new resource, and I actually found them through an Instagram ad. So I wonder if you've seen the ads for this group also, but it's Tekalo. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Maybe Tekalo. It's Tekalo. BMeaningful.org. And they're a little bit different from a job website. They're more like a matchmaking service between people who want a role in social impact and social impact organizations. And you might not have had to already have had social impact jobs before. Maybe you're someone in technology or the corporate world who wants to make a transition into the social impact space or nonprofit space. These folks will help match you up with some opportunities that might be a good resource for you. So from what I can tell from the language on their site, it looks like the jobs could be with nonprofits or for-profit social impact businesses like social enterprises or B corporations or just socially responsible businesses, but I'm not 100% sure. So go ahead and check them out, do your own research and look around. But basically when you sign up for an account with Tekalo, you will get personalized custom matches suggested to you. Number 6 is B Corp Job Board, and you can find it at work.com. Now I've mentioned B corporations a couple of times in this video already, but I do want to just pause for a second. If you're not familiar with what this is, a B corporation is a business that goes through a very rigorous assessment to basically test and measure their social and environmental values and impacts. So if you've ever wondered, how do you know if a business is really doing good? The B corporations of the world have gone through a very strenuous test to prove that they are making an impact as a for-profit business. So something interesting to check out. This bwork.com focuses primarily on jobs with B corporations. Number 7 is kind of an obvious one, but I feel like I'd be remiss not to share it, and that is LinkedIn. A lot of folks are already on LinkedIn, and all you have to do is do a jobs search using terms like nonprofits. So as you can see, when I try that, I come up with a list of all the current nonprofit jobs. LinkedIn also does a pretty good job of recommending to you jobs that match the skills that you have already put on your on your LinkedIn profile. Number 8 is Chronicle of Philanthropy, which you can find at philanthropy.com. This doubles as a news website featuring all sorts of news on the nonprofit world, the philanthropy world, social impact, etc. But they have a jobs board where you can search for jobs specifically in nonprofits and philanthropy. So maybe you want to work for the foundation that's giving all the money away to the nonprofits. You might find some jobs where you can do that on this site. Number 9 is Work for Good, aptly named, workforgood.org. It's specifically tailored to showcase jobs with nonprofits and socially impactable, that'd be a great word, socially impactful companies. Number 10 is NonprofitJobs, also appropriately named. NonprofitJobs.org, as you can imagine, is going to show listings of jobs in nonprofits across all sorts of issue areas and types of roles that you might find in nonprofits. Once again, everything from administrative assistant to CEO and more. Number 11 is Foundation List. That's foundationlist.org. And this once again is going to show you jobs in nonprofits and also associations and foundations, which are other types of nonprofits usually. And just like Chronicle of Philanthropy, if you're looking for a job with a foundation, this might be a good place to take a look as well. Number 12, also perhaps an obvious one, but I don't want to leave it out, and that is Facebook groups. All you have to do is go to the groups area on Facebook and type in something like nonprofit jobs, and you will see a smattering of groups for nonprofit job hunters, people who work in nonprofits already. It's another good resource. It's obviously going to be a little bit more conversation based, so you'll get in the group and people might be recommending or posting jobs, but another good resource too. All right, to wrap this up, I just kind of want to get a sense of where you're at. Are you someone who's looking for a job that makes a difference in the new year? I'm very interested to hear about it. Let me know, share in the comments below. Who are you? What are you passionate about? What are you looking for? What would be your dream job to make an impact? let me know in the comments. As I said before, if you are actually starting a nonprofit, perhaps even in the hopes of that being your job one day, I have some resources at my website, foundertofulltime.com, that show you the process to start a nonprofit and, of course, to develop a sustainable fundraising plan for that organization, because you can't work for a nonprofit if it doesn't generate any revenue. And my newsletter for changemakers is linked below. Check that out. I sometimes send out grant opportunities, other cool articles in the social impact realm that I come across. Definitely you can subscribe and opt out anytime you'd like. And finally, I have a group on Facebook called Change the World or Bust. Then you can join. We've got thousands of people from around the world having conversations about how we are trying to make an impact and giving each other some support along the way. You can join us there. And that's all I have for you today. I hope to see you next time. Bye.